In 2021, you said that you wanted to quit rap and become a herbalist.
Yeah.
What inspired that?
I think it was more so like just me aligning with purpose and knowing like I wanted to help and heal people, you know, in a way, and just spread information on things that I was learning during that time period. I don't think I meant I was gonna quit rap. It was like the headspace I was in at that moment.
Right.
But just really wanting to help and heal people on the real. Yeah, just inform them about herbs and how important they are. Just let them know it's God gifts.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Was that inspired by someone's health around you or your own?
It was more so inspired by like just watching that I feel like everybody in this world got something, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some type of health problem they face or something, you know. And that was pretty much like the inspiration behind it. Just knowing that, well, especially in America, I think unhealthy is like a trend, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, check your diet. Check your diet. Now, we into that age where, you know, when I was younger, if I lost a homie, it was either jail or death. Nowadays, like, you wake up, you find somebody gone, and
Hypertension.
or some other shit.
Yeah, heart disease.
They had a stomach ache, they went to the hospital and it came out. A lot of that does have to do with diet. So I commend you on, like, you know, putting that awareness out there. Like, even saying something like that would force people to, like, a herbalist. Like, what's behind that?
yeah.
And hopefully push them in a direction where they can learn how to treat their bodies and live a longer life.
Yeah.
Now, around that same time, correct me if I'm wrong, this was around the time you also had to go through a terrible experience of a miscarriage.
That was 2022.
2022.
Yeah, about a year after that. Yeah, close to like a year after that, like around February.
Now, being that, you know, I've been through that with somebody that I cared about a lot, like I loved a lot. And just, you know, I kind of seen a similarity. You know, when I found out that she was pregnant, you know, we took pictures, celebrated it. You know, it was a lot. It was like, you know, we were preparing things. You're looking up cribs, you know, checking names. And then when that happens, it's like all those good expectations are just ripped away from you.
Yeah.
What? I mean, that was my experience. What was your experience?
I'm glad it happened like when I got into the mind space of one man now. I don't know how I would have handled it before I understood just what life is and just how things of the nature of how things work, you know.
Right.
You know, I just feel like I was more so in the space of like what's meant is meant and what's not isn't.
Right.
And I also always knew like whatever isn't here in the physical is here in the spiritual. You know, energy don't die, it just transfers.
Right.
So, you know, whatever happened with that, I knew that like my son, he's still here. You know, when people ask me how many kids I have, I still count him as a child because I know like he probably in his room somewhere right now. I just can't see his ass.
Right.
So I cried, but I didn't dwell. You know, I cried, shared my tear, released it, and wrote a poem about it. And after that, I was kind of good. You know?
Did that damage your relationship?
Nah, it didn't damage it. It didn't damage it.
But it did cause a change.
Yeah, it caused some changes for sure.
Right.
But more so like damage, not really damage, but tried to more so maneuver, see like how to grow from that situation.
Right.
What was like the next step.
Right. Well, because the next pregnancy, like my situation, wasn't as celebrated, were you worried that it might happen again?
Not really.
Not really.
It was more so like, I don't know, man. It's like certain things, like, I try not to do, like worry about, like,
Yeah.
because I know I can't control it.
Right.
You know, we could do whatever we can do, but at the end of the day, Most High got the last say so. So certain things, like, that's out of my control, I try not to, like, have an anxiety for, or, you know, just
Or an
be too caught
expectation.
up in it. Yeah. And just try to, like, get away, detach from it, and just watch it, you know, from a distance.
Now, okay. Going back to this herbalist thing, what are your routines? So, you know, all the Nle Choppa fans can get healthy too. What are the things that you're doing?
Man, on the real, like with me traveling a lot, it's kind of hard to have like a routine. Cause I've been moving like these 5 months of this year. I think it's 5 months. I've been moving. Every day has been something different, so it's kind of hard to stay rooted and grounded into like a regimen. But so I've been trying to just implement a lot of fasting, more so than herbs. You know, I try to fast whenever I can just to give my immune system, my digestive system a break, and implement a lot of fruits. You know what I'm saying? And, whenever I can, touch the herbs, but it's kind of hard to sit down and make a tea or do certain things like that. But
Or even when you out in the world, when you traveling, you just came back from a world tour.
yeah,
Like some places you land, you like, yeah, ain't no vegan shit around here. You know what I mean? What do you do in those situations?
fast.
Fast.
I don't even eat. I just eat fruit. I'm cool with fruit. I can. If I had to eat fruit for the rest of my life, I wouldn't be mad with it.
Wow.
I love cooked food though, but fruit, I can live with fruit.
Right. Do you feel like your diet has affected your mentality?
Yeah, man. You don't wake up wanting to kill. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You don't wake up mad.
Right.
You more grateful, like nicer, more so. You know, you let certain things pass that you wouldn't have let pass. Like you just certain shit happen. You just be like, alright, you know.
Yeah.
It ain't no threat. Just let it go. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
So I be more,
right.
more gentle and just more like, you know, I have my moments, but like, there's no rage. I'm more pure. If that makes sense.
Right.
Yeah, I'm like water.
When do we get the Water album? When do we get the album that expresses the herbalist?
Water album.
I mean, yeah. Like when do we get the album that talks about herbalists, fasting, fruit, meditating? Like when does that start to express itself in your music?
I was planning on dropping one by the end of this year. That's what
See?
he said.
Water album. See,
Dope.
you laughed at me 2 seconds. See, you got it.
TWA, baby.
I was planning on doing that. It's just about due time and divine timing, and I feel like this year was like the perfect timing to do so. And I've actually been working on one for like a good while. I got all the right songs. I got some gospel songs, a lot of country songs, so I got it. Like, and it's real good.
And
So,
she's ear to ear just thinking about it.
Yeah.
Smiling real big just thinking about it. Are you worried? So you don't have any concerns about your fan base being thrown off by this change in direction?
I've already dropped one before that had them thrown off, so I feel like the next one, it kind of creates.
But that one was kind of like you sprinkled it.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, that was like that was a sprinkle.
But the sprinkle was a throw off. They were still throwing off. I said, like, this nigga tripping. But I mean, like, this one, I sprinkled it because I knew the next one I was going all the way in. So, you know, the next one going to be all the way in. Like,
Even with the sprinkle,
You not gonna pause that?
I feel like some people were influenced.
yeah, a whole lot.
Yeah.
A lot of people said to me that's their favorite album. It's not my most streamed, but they say it's their favorite. A lot of people I walk into.
What we got to keep in mind is, as your fan base grows, they grow with you. So as you're experiencing new things, you know, they're experiencing new things, and you kind of stay connected with them as far as like, okay, y'all, I'm going through this now. There's probably 1 million people going through the same thing. So they get to like, oh, it's deeper than just this. You know what I mean? I can listen to this guy for the rest of my life because he's gonna keep growing, and I'm gonna keep growing. I inspire y'all to keep growing, and don't judge anyone for making a change for the better, because we all need it. You dig what I'm saying?
It's Hoffa. Trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rappers. Got bars I can hang with the backpackers. Trap star, I don't hang with the backpackers. I'm in the hood with the work you heard. Making fiends leave earth you heard. Got your baby mama thirst you heard. Feel the flow, nigga, throw it in reverse. This the wave you need to surf you heard.